Wedding videos for as low as 100,000 naira? Gusto got you covered. Call 080-613-44639 or 080-644-06274. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello guys, and welcome to Gusto Reactions on Gusto TV. My name is Tony Feski and I'm here with me today.
Big Lala.
Big Lala. Guys, isn't Big Lala now?
Waiting you call me this morning. Now waiting how they continue with because tomorrow we will change that.
Alright, no while waiting for the new name that they're going to bring to you. Probably it's going to be Lala DMW.
No. No, they used to call me that one Tete now. We don't move past that level.
But if you have 30 billion for instance, can you categorize yourself as a 30 PG?
No.
But you have 30 billion.
No.
But
30 BG is 30 billion gang, right?
But you have 30 billion.
Say now the people with the 30 billion gang get 30 billion.
Maybe all of them.
Exactly.
But if you get time, you say I don't join 30 billion gang.
No, they don't collect the copyright and trademark already. 30 billion.
Davido will give you the
we'll find another name. So maybe we'll wait till we get to 50 billion, like 50 billion gang.
Hey, 50 BG. It choke. Anyway, Davido, we know that his guys are always with him almost all the time. Even though at some point last year he said, "Oh, I'm going to cut off guys after some sort of incident happened. I'm going to cut off the guys." But last, he's already used to having them around.
Yep.
Just a few months after then, he reduced them by 3 people following him for. But right now, they are back again, back to back with the crew. This was taking them on shopping. This was when Zlatan also joined the 30 BG.
Yeah.
He gave him his own necklace. They also always talk together. This guy was always with them at some point. We go jam talk. But right now, safe the jam talk we jam talk. Burna Boy and Davido are settled.
Exactly, and it's lesson to learn for, anyone who's close to these artists. Because by the time these artists make up, you are going to be left in the limbo. Like you say a lot of crap about the other person. The person would probably see you and will not forget, even if they are cool with the main guy. But you start being left out. You start feeling somehow when you're around them because you'll be seeing them almost every time now. So, lesson to learn. Please keep your thoughts to yourself. Only share it within yourselves. Don't come on social media. We don't want to hear it.
So, looking at what happened to Aloma, is something relatable to that going to happen to a Papi Snoop?
Well,
I
see, Papi Snoop, like he jam talk, right? But Whiskey don't hear from anywhere, right? And those were the kind of affiliations that your label health should make to assist you in the future. Like, okay, let's assume Poco Lee was label head or was the manager then for Bella Shmurda because of his affiliation with a Olamide. With a Wizkid, he's able to get Bella the most needed traction and everything. He got features from Olamide at first, helped his career, introduced to Wiz. Now he sees Wiz, now they will hug, they will do Bella.
They also have a feature with Davido.
With David as well, based off the good relationship that his strong person who took his career, saw the what's it called? Saw the future, the potential. That's the right word. Saw the potential for this guy's talents, and based off his connects and his good standing with almost everybody, he was able to just plug him in the right places. Right? Word of advice to all these other young people: even if you're Gadi, just join. Do a Meyokun. You never see Meyokun come out to say things like, and because Wiz is having a fight with Whiskey, with David. Because David is having a fight with Whiskey, this and this happened, he's coming out to put mad. No, it's not. People used to say that right now. Who's who? People like what's his name? This guy, the DMW,
Peruzzi.
Put his mouth for all this talk that time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the Peruzzi and the Whiskey song bang?
Bro, it's gonna bang.
Or a Peruzzi and a Burna Boy collaboration bang. Is Peruzzi not big enough to even attract those kind of collaborations? Of course he is. But because these people will always put them out in things that doesn't concern them in the name of loyalty. They always sideline themselves from future potentially good collaborations or even good affiliations for themselves.
Word of advice from Big Lala. Anyways, Davido still the 30 BG crew always moving around together, flexing them. And now this was an incident in Ghana.
Yeah.
Aside from having fun, parties and all of that, 30 BG gang members are always known for the fight.
Violence.
For violence. This happened. Peruzzi has had a couple, like out of all of them, I think Peruzzi is like the most has been involved in fights.
Yeah, you know when Peruzzi was on the come up with the influencer, with bouncer. With the influencers, with bouncers, with fans, with show promoters. I mean, that's one part of Peruzzi's game that he needs to really, really cut off or do better. You can't be having these sort of fights every other time, in as much as you are at a certain level in the industry right now. So, I mean, also the 30 billion gang members, they are always getting into fights, whether in club, in the name of, no step to our guy like that.
Snap our guy.
No snap. No snap our guy. But yeah, we don't know what happened. I mean, we heard all the stories that happened, but it's not always good when they go somewhere to have fun and there's always a trail of violence following around.
Anyway, moving on to 2022, they got the Puma deal, and it's been like everybody has now becoming the you want to bam. Everybody's chilling with the big boys, trying to be calm and everything. Looking at the journey now for 2022 for the 30BG guys, are there still tendencies that they are still going to fight eventually before the year ends?
The fans are these 30BG fans?
Yeah.
Or the 30BG guys?
The 30BG gang members and then the fans themselves. Because the fans too now, like they are God that they do.
I think the fight thing is inevitable these days. Because David works with a lot of people, it's sometimes hard to control everyone. Something can happen anytime. And they're always ready for any sort of fight.
Very protective.
Yeah, very protective. So I think it's inevitable. Before the year runs out, we'll see one or two of these things happen. Oh, David and his crew did this, David and his crew did that. And I think the same even goes to all the other guys. Bonatu last year, him and his guys, they broke bottle on this one. Person they fight for a life, carry phone. So something like that. I think it's inevitable it will happen.
Well, easier to ask him out to say that, bro, David, Malga, I think call a bullet for you, Malga. So it means they are ready to do anything and everything for Davido once it's against their will. But then these fights, like, are they good? What's the word now? Are they positive? Looking at the career of an artist, are they adding positively to the career or negatively?
Obviously, it would always be negative, but I mean, as long as nobody die. And it's just we got in a fight, this one injured, it's sorted, there are no issues. I think they just need to be careful going forward, making sure that none of these fights end up being deadly for anybody. And it would be nice for them to even not fight at all. But it's becoming a trademark for any of these guys, so they need to cut down on things like that.
Now, looking at the Wizkid, for instance, Wizkid does not really move out with people. So is that the reason why he has not been really involved in fights?
I think he moves out with people, but not as much people. Usually friends. Who are the people? He has his own bouncer. That does the the David Anthony guy who's always the videographer and things like that. And then any of the friends that he's going out with. As in the case of David, look at this picture now. You got this TJ, Abi?
Yeah.
Esa. And this Tunji.
Okay, this is Prince, rather.
This is Prince.
Tunji is not even here.
Okay, so Prince and Esa, they do almost similar work. Even though this is like the main manager, this also manages. Who are these other two guys now?
This Tycoon.
This Tycoon. Okay, who is this other one?
I don't know.
Yeah, but they always move in packs. And there's also an Israel who's not here.
Israel is not here.
Exactly.
Like DK is not here.
Yeah, there's lots of them.
A lot of people are not here.
Even the DJ, all of them will follow, join body together. So I think it's because of, like I said, because of the amount of people that they have going following them about. We also have people who follow him about, but they are not as much as this. And also, he just needs maybe one person to protect him, which is the bouncer. And also, if Wiz is moving around, for example, he's moving around with a Zion and Jada, perhaps they always have to be on the lookout. So hope there's no issue, no fight with anybody and anything. So
okay, so now moving forward for 2022, 30BG fight or no fight, the fans versus
the fans. The fans will always fight, though. That one is inevitable. The fans would always be fans. They will always throw each other's achievements in their faces. They always say, I did this one better. FC will always be like, we sold out 3 nights. 30BG would always want to cause one. They always want to say one thing to hype up Davido, but then you see FC come in and try to spoil their shine. So
for you, the fight with the fans is not ending anytime soon?
No, that's never going to end. Never going to end. That one will continue continuously. See, even if Wiz and David perform at shows today together, you see
FC.
the generals of FC come out and still saying, Davido, they stain our general white. They stain Wizkid white. Ordinary, they hug. They want to go and bring Davido's picture of him wearing a singlet and wearing a jacket. Like, if this guy don't make up with Wiz now, he don't dress like Wiz. Things like that. It's, as 30 BG people now, when you see things like that, there's no way you'll be happy about it. That you want to clap back and isn't everything. Those they won't stop.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Davido and the 30 BG guys. Moving on, 2021, 2022 rather has been quite peaceful. January, no fight. Are they going to keep the same streak in February, which is the month of love? March, April, May, moving on to December. Like Bilala said, with the fans, the fight is inevitable. It will surely happen because achievement and a lot of things will definitely come in. Let us know what you think about this. Share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next episode of Gusto Reactions.
Peace out.